Special event alert.
My wife washed my uniform and dried my ID to a crisp, which is excuse number 225 for being late for Changeover, your weekly space news and variety show. I'm your host, Marty Smith, and I'm joined by Mr. History, Eric Perrott.
What's going on, killers? Let's go.
And our man in the closet, Jake Wall.
Greetings, callousless space nerds.
Greetings.
We're here to bring you the latest headlines and updates pertinent to all Guardians and to those other branches as well. So take your seats, get informed, and have a laugh because...
Wait for Changeover. The Rockies.
You love that. You love that, don't you? I know. He's like, yes, every time.
I'm so proud of myself. Good to see you guys after seeing you for dinner the other night. That was fun.
Yeah, man.
It was nice to meet up, man.
It was. I enjoyed that very much.
So we do have a show next week, and then you guys are off on your travels. So
Yeah,
I'm not gone until October, brother.
Whoa.
what the hell? We had dinner, and I thought you guys were all okay, whatever. Never mind.
You're the one leaving. We're
Yeah.
not trying to leave.
No, I'll be here longer than you guys. You'll be off on your
You'll be here till
vacation. I'll still be
November.
like, my goddamn realtor won't sell my house.
Just getting redder and redder every day.
It was funny because Chief Michelle Zayatz texted me this last week, and she goes, "Hey, I was listening to the podcast. Did you get fired? And are you moving to Florida?" And I was like, "Well, yes and yes." And this was all on text, right? And she goes, "Are you retiring?" I was like, "No, I got to keep working for a couple of years." Long 15, 20 minutes between that, and then she goes, "Well, safe travels." It's like, oh,
She's
okay.
like,
That's it.
cool story, bro.
You're out. Oh, my goodness.
It almost made me think like, oh, I really didn't want to go into too much detail. Ugh, how do I pull out of this? She could have just gave me the thumbs up. I've ended many text conversations with the thumbs up, right?
Mm.
But no, she goes, safe travels. Take it easy.
She'll miss you.
See you when you stop doing the podcast. Oh, well, good to see you guys. But
She
it was
like,
funny.
maybe I should offer him a job. And then she's like,
No.
A lot of people. have done
Three little dots. Nah, three little dots.
that.
Safe travels. Safe travels.
Marty's looking
Safe
for a
travels.
job again. God damn it.
Damn it,
I
I stepped in it again.
I know. Okay, see
That's
you
what
later.
she's thinking. Don't ask.
I still do that. It's one of my favorite scenes, and also things to say in real life. Out of Dumb and Dumber, and it's a one quick scene where they had stopped at like a Circle K or something like that, and he's coming out of the store, and the two guys supposedly, I can't remember who told me that, but supposedly these two guys were like extras, and they were sitting there drinking the big gulps. I guess that'd be 7-Eleven, right? And he walked out, and he's like, "Hey, big gulps, huh?" And they didn't say anything, and he goes, "Okay, see you later."
Good talk.
Whenever you say something to somebody, they're like, "Okay, see you later." Maybe
That's
that's
like-
what she meant by it.
You're standing
Yeah.
over a golf ball getting ready to hit it, and the partner goes, "Is that your golf ball?" Well, yeah, I think that's my golf ball.
But it does put that seed of doubt, right? You're like,
It's like, shit.
Titleist or what is
Come
it?
on. Crazy.
Speaking of that, did you watch Happy Gilmore 2 out on Netflix?
I did.
I have not yet.
I have.
Was it
Eric
satisfying?
looks mildly disappointed. Like it wasn't a number 2 of the first one, which was ridiculous.
25 years ago or whatever. First
Yeah.
one was, right?
Yeah.
You know what? There were moments that were funny, and then there were other moments I was like, what the hell?
What's going on here?
Yeah, what?
I haven't watched it yet.
So
I was going to, but I got to be in the right mindset.
yes, his humor
Yeah.
is kind of, questionable.
Marty accidentally muted himself, but he hasn't caught on yet.
Can't hear you, bro. Yeah, I saw that though. God damn it!
I saw that too. That's funny. I'm loving it.
You ready?
It was for a moment we could just have a conversation and bullshit
Yeah.
without being like, okay, moment's over. Oh, did you take a breath? Oh, I gotta fill that air. Oh, speaking of that, John Lovell died. Oh, great segue, guys.
That is a good segue. That is a good segue. I know you're mocking me, but I don't give a shit.
You know who else can't talk? Jim Lovell.
Jim Lovell.
Oh, that's a low
Too soon.
blow.
Okay.
Well, no. Yeah, let's jump into that. First story is from Task and Purpose. Jim Lovell, Apollo 13 astronaut who helped avert disaster, has passed away. So, James Arthur Lovell Jr., the test pilot turned astronaut who helped prevent the Apollo 13 mission from ending in disaster, died last Thursday at the age of 97.
That's a good long life, man.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. So here's his official NASA photo, Jim Lovell.
Good looking fella.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, it should have got more fanfare. I mean, not necessarily just from that book, but
Doesn't look like Tom Hanks.
No, of course not. But
He's got a receding hairline and white. Good.
NASA confirmed Lovell's death on Friday, noting that from a pair of pioneering Gemini missions to the success of Apollo, Jim helped our nation forge a historic path in space. What was it? What was his branch as a flyer?
Air Force.
Navy as a naval aviator. And you thought he was Navy because? I mean, you didn't think he was Navy because
I was just saying Navy because I knew Eric was going to choose Navy.
a naval aviator turned test pilot. His work at NASA over more than a decade helped the United States achieve major milestones. Although he would never walk on the moon himself, Lovell would make that achievement possible, and he would lead us a quote successful failure in 1970 when he and 2 other astronauts worked tirelessly to safely return home after their rockets suffered potentially deadly damage. And who were those other 2?
Who was the other guy?
Bill Paxton and Kevin Bacon, of course. Jack Swigert and Fred Hayes. And Swigert have isn't that Swigert's statue down at Schriever? Isn't Swigert have a statue down there?
I don't know about a statue.
Well, or a commemorative thing. I thought Swigert.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
A acting NASA administrator Sean Duffy said in his announcement of Lovell's death, as a command module pilot for Apollo 8, Jim and his crewmates became the first to lift off on a Saturn V rocket and orbit the moon, proving that the lunar landing was within reach. As commander of the Apollo 13 mission, his calm strength under pressure helped return the crew safely to Earth and demonstrated the quick thinking and innovation that informed future NASA missions. Born on March 25th, 1928 in Cleveland, Jim Lovell grew up in Milwaukee and took to science. He had an interest in amateur rocketry. Even as a teenager, paving the way for his eventual career, he attended the University of Washington, studying a part under a Navy program. He would enroll in the Navy Academy after 2 years of college. He graduated in 1952 and soon was serving in the Navy as an aviator on carriers. In January 1958, Lovell became a test pilot. As one of those daring pilots working with cutting-edge aircraft, he pushed for a role in the early American space program. He was one of more than 100 pilots who applied to NASA that year. Could you imagine that? Can you imagine what the atmosphere was at that time when NASA's like, hey, we need test pilots? And all these guys are flooding applications,
They're
right?
like
Yeah.
dibs.
Flooding applications. Yeah. He wasn't selected for the first crop of astronauts, the Mercury 7, but made the cut for the quote-unquote new 9, who followed in 1962. After training, he took part in 2 Gemini missions. In 1965, he went to space for the first time as a pilot of Gemini 7. The crew set an endurance record for the number of orbits made around the Earth. A year later, he'd be back in space as part of Gemini 12. In December 68, Lovell would take part in Apollo 8, the first crewed launch of a Saturn V rocket. Along with Frank Borman and William Anders, Lovell would become one of the first people to ever orbit the moon in a test run for an eventual landing. Lovell would return to space again in 70 as part of Apollo 13, this time as mission commander alongside command module pilot Jack Swigert and lunar module pilot Fred Hayes. They took off on April 11th and came back on the 17th. So that's 6 or 7 days.
Ooh. Yeah.
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 The Navy, after the Navy recovered them, soon after their entire crew would be awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So this is that on the USS Iwo Jima after they recovered them.
Very
These
nice.
guys look pretty like hey,
That's cool.
doing just fine.
Yeah,
And,
pretty good.
I was like, those guys were looking pretty bad in the movie, man, but these guys are looking okay. So,
Man, that's still, can you imagine? I like how they're like, you're like, oh, he did his best to recover that mission. Yeah, his life was on the line.
every
He literally
moment.
was working moment
Yeah.
to moment to save his own life
I
and
mean,
his crew's life.
I mean, they're down to they're out of oxygen, they're out of electricity. They had to move over into the other capsule.
Yeah.
It's like,
just
holy
crazy.
shit.
Who was the
But
guy that was back at home who got sick and did not go on the mission? But he's the one that figured out a lot of the fixes,
That was Gary Sinise.
right? Gary Sinise.
I don't know. I have to look him up. I have to look him up.
But
Because,
that
yeah,
dude
he
was
was
pretty
the
amazing.
primary. You're right, because he was the primary to go on that mission,
Yeah.
at least according to the movie, according to the book, right?
Yeah, I think he was.
And he, back to Lovell. He is, at the time of his death, one of only 3 astronauts to travel to the moon twice and never land on it, obviously. With Lovell's passing, Fred Hayes remains the sole surviving member of the Apollo 13 crew.
Wow. How old
Lovell
was Fred? Do we know?
later write about the experience. His book, Lost Moon, The Perilous Voyage of Apollo 13, served as the basis for the Oscar-winning 1995 film Apollo 13. So, good on you,
Swiggert's
Jim Lovell.
building. Yeah. That's those guys were an impressive generation. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
the stuff they were doing is crazy.
true. But the things that I if you think about it, what the government asked them to do, the government had no idea. They had
Yeah.
no idea of some of the stuff that they were asking them to do. And these guys came through and did it. Pretty remarkable, And now they all came out, for the most part, they all came out, heroes and all that. And the government was like, whoa, look at NASA. And you're like, well, there were some deaths, that they didn't see, right? Because some things that they overlooked, they didn't see. And, that happens when you're doing this high risk stuff. But
Fred Hayes was born in November 33, so he's getting up there too.
so he was like, 5 years younger,
Yeah.
5 years younger. So, but look at that. I mean, just to take a picture in that suit,
Yeah.
how bad.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Just to sit in that
Yep.
suit and take a picture, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. So,
That's a great legacy for his family, his kids. That's huge.
my God, are you kidding?
Yeah. That's huge.
I remember part of that movie. There was a poignant part when they were going up on that mission, and I think the actress portraying Lovell's mother, was like, why isn't everybody watching this? And it got to that point where we were making it so routine that nobody really was
cared.
excited about it anymore. and you can see that ebb and flow. Like when the shuttle first came, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
A
Right?
big one.
Yeah.
But then it got so routine. Even the SpaceX stuff is they've made it so routine.
Expected to work every time.
Yeah, kind of. And it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. So, end of an era, right? Okay.
Swaggart's building is building 400 on Schriever.
Is it named after him?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I knew he was down. I knew I saw his name down there. I can't. Did he become? Did he run for office in Colorado too, Swigert? I think
He was born in Denver. He's a Denver boy.
Oh, he was. Okay.
So I don't know about his political career, but
yeah.
You can't scratch too deep, Marty. Come on, man.
Well, you're the one who brought it up. You're the one who brought up.
Well, I did research on the fly just for you. That was nice
for me.
I was thinking, I'm pretty sure that's 400, but
let's do an update to a story we did last week about the 6-hour M18. All right.
This is crazy.
So, yeah, and I wish we could get some more information on it. So this is from Task and Purpose. Last week we did a story about how the Air Force suspended all use of the M18, the version of the Sig P320, because Airman Braden Loven, 21 out of F.E. Warren, was supposedly shot and killed by an uncommanded discharge from his M18. But now they have made an arrest in this case, so they don't think it was an uncommanded discharge. Anyway, the headline is an airman arrested for the death that prompted Air Force-wide safety review of the SIG M18. An airman has been arrested in connection with the shooting death of Airman Braden Lovan, 21, last month, which prompted the Air Force to curtail the use of M18 pistols. Let's see. Out of an abundance of caution and based on initial reporting, Air Force authorities ordered various safety precautions involving the M18 after this tragic event, an Air Force spokesman said. Since then, the investigation has progressed, and an individual has now been arrested on suspicion of making a false official statement, obstruction of justice, and involuntary manslaughter. The Air Force has not yet identified the airman who was arrested for the July 20th shooting of Lovan at F.E. Warren Air Force Base in Wyoming. As with all individuals accused of a crime, the person arrested in this case is presumed to be innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, the spokesman said. The investigation in this case is ongoing and further details are not available. On July 21st, the commander of Air Force Global Strike suspended the use of M18 pistols pending the outcome of investigations into Lovan's death. Security forces airmen with the command were issued M4 carbines to replace their M18s. So they still got the carbines around? They didn't the
M4s?
Yeah, they still didn't get rid of all those things? Now, watch our next story.
So they switched to rifles instead of
I guess
guns.
So.
Okay.
You would think that it would have been cheaper to keep a bunch of Berettas around. And they're like, no, we'll keep the M4s. So
probably DRMO'd them.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they probably did.
Yeah, but remember, you'd have to have qualifications for the M9. You'd have to have qualifications for the SIG. Nobody's going to do that, especially when you already have a rifle that you're already freaking trained on. Here you go.
Yeah, but I thought that SIG was supposed to. Doesn't SIG have a new carbine that they're supposed to be replacing?
Oh, I think it is, but the M4 hadn't been replaced yet.
Yeah, I guess not.
They're looking at stuff.
Do you two think? One of the problems I always have with the news, trying to keep current with it at least, is that you'll get a news story presented, and then it'll fade from memory, and you go, "Hey, whatever happened with that news story?" Do you think we'll ever hear the full story of what happened to this airman? I wonder if they'll ever release it.
My question is, was it another cop that killed him?
Yeah, they've released nothing but what I just read. And that was 4 days ago, and I tried to find an update to the story, and there's nothing. So,
yeah.
When did he die, though? Like he was...
Oh, he died in July, or...
No. Like, June. Were they on duty? Were they on post, or were they on the range, or what?
Yeah, nothing.
All I heard was that it was
Uncommanded
discharge,
discharge. Yeah, that's it.
Well, if in fact that was the case, the only place that he would be authorized to pull his weapon without being part of an incident is when he's clearing it at a clearing barrel, whether it's being issued to him or issued back to the range. So he's got to clear the weapon at the barrel and then turn it in, butt first, to the armor. So those are the only two places.
They were dicking around while they're watching the red line on the flight.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that, but legally, that would have been the only place that he could have pulled that weapon.
Yeah. Well, sure, it's got to be at a range, right? Or
just at a clearing barrel.
What if they're on duty?
No, yeah, him and his buddy were sitting on duty watching a red line or doing guard mount on a mid shift or late shift on a weekend.
Did you miss the part where I said legally was the only place you could pull the weapon?
I mean, there's
manslaughter
involved now.
Legally, so. I mean, he's got an armed weapon on guard mount, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The weapon's already been issued to him at guard mount.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I wonder if it's one of those midnight things where I'm like, did you say tombstone? You think he's that fast? How fast could you be with that holster? I don't know.
Again, I said legally, if he's not involved with a shooting, an authorized shooting, or turning the weapon in or being issued, the only place it comes out of the holster is at the barrel, clearing barrel. That's it. Legally. Now, did I say cops don't fuck with their guns? No, I didn't say that.
No, that's why I was wondering why you jumped into lawyer speak there all of a sudden. Wait a minute.
I know.
We're talking about Air Force cops here, man. Come on.
Any cops. It doesn't matter if they're SPs, MPs, security forces.
Yes.
That's a long night. That's a long time. So
you sit there swinging on your finger. Quick draw.
I hope that's not the case, but probably is if they arrested somebody. And it sounds like he already made a statement. Oh yeah, it went off.
In the proximity of another cop, it's got to be a cop that did it. In my opinion, you would think another cop.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense.
For me.
So who knows? Who knows how deep this goes, and we probably will never know.
And what's the status of the investigation on SIG? Are we reinstituting the SIG as good and it's all safe?
That would have been nice to kind of hear that too.
Man, I'm curious. I want to know if there's a recall.
Yeah,
but like I said, I talked to Graham Dunn, and he said he has heard of a ton of incidents with the P320.
Oh, really?
Well, Well, that video, I mean, you saw that one kid shooting, but then that other two guys on the range where they're like, "Is that a 320?"
Right.
Immediately get that gun off my range.
Right.
Yeah.
We're like, whoa. So that implies that it's happened or they've been aware of the situation.
Well, they test it's one of those things that they test 1,000 guns and 6 go off. Is that acceptable? It would seem.
Yeah.
No, it probably shouldn't be, right? I've never heard of a Beretta going off. In fact, we used to always laugh about a gun going off by itself.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, no, it doesn't go off by itself. That guy was, you were cleaning it with a 1 in the chamber. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, right?
Beretta, when it first came out, had a few issues, though.
Did it?
A lot of it was misfires. It wouldn't fire that first.
Oh. Yeah, you were there for the switchover from the 38 to the Berettas, right?
Yep. Yeah. So,
but how vaulted was the Beretta when they can make it Mel Gibson's gun in Lethal Weapon?
Right.
Like, ooh, right? Beretta.
We thought the moon was shining there, boy. Let's go. We've got an automatic now, not a wheel gun. Come on.
And then Glock was like, really? Try these, and you're like, oh, look at that. Yeah, that's nice, right? Okay. Well, hopefully we get something. If we do, we'll keep you updated. So, all right. This last one, I know Jake's been waiting for this one.
Heck yeah.
But I think it's pretty interesting. So, from militarytimes.com. No, don't do that. Just bear it out. Hold on.
It might help.
my
Oh,
realtor
God.
wrote it, so maybe it'll be good.
It might be a CIA op to mind control
Could
our
be.
perfect airman.
But I think
It might help.
I like what it says, so we'll see. For militarytimes.com, Army releases spirituality fitness guide and battle book. All right. Now, I think I didn't go too far in depth with this. I don't know why they call it a spirituality guide. That's where I have an issue with it. Because when we get into what they talk about, it makes sense. Okay. But not when you're like spirituality, and everybody's going to say the same thing. But bear it out. The U.S. Army released a spirituality guide to help soldiers gauge their spiritual fitness, much like they would their physical fitness. The 112-page guide lays out spiritual fitness principles, stages of development, and training, among other areas across 9 chapters. How much you want to bet? 9 chapters, How much you want to bet somebody's going to make it mandatory as a punishment? They're going like, sum up the spirituality guide. I want that tomorrow morning. I'm like, fuck.
Go sit in that Air Force chair that's supposed to relax you and read that thing. That's what I want you to do.
Put your gambling down and read the spirituality guide.
Yeah.
In addition to the guide, the Army also released a battle book, a type of workbook companion to the guide, and the first volume of a graphic novel series titled Will to Fight. Now, that might be a little bit over the top. Sergeant Major
for the Army.
Sergeant Major Megan Simmons said, "It's for every soldier and every leader, regardless of religious background. The concept is to support spiritual readiness, much like other sources support physical readiness. The documents are not focused on any one religion," said Sergeant Major Dustin Hall, Chief Religious Affairs Officer at 3 Corps. So already we have 2 Sergeant Majors weighing in on this. This is like the chiefs coming in with every Air Force changer, like, oh, this chief said this chief said this chief said this. The guide and other documents align with holistic health and fitness, the Army's all-around fitness program that covers physical fitness, nutrition, sleep, and mental and spiritual health. Using the guide, commanders can have an operational lens to view spiritual readiness with trainable, measurable, and realistic blocks for the spiritual domain.
Really?
That's
Measurable.
alarming. As soon as you put measurable, now the command is going to track that. How are they going to track that? Oh, that's
It's going to be that comic book is going to be part of their promotion cycle.
Yeah.
Or your mental health will be evaluated in a different way, and you can be removed from that job.
Well, probably. Yeah.
The tracking
You're low
is
on spiritual
problematic. Right? Do they ever do that with any of the other, within not spirituality, but religion?
Well,
Like,
no,
hey,
they can't, right? They shouldn't. That's why I'm saying.
Then why would they track it?
I don't know, but listen to this first. This is the one that caught me. So the guide lays out 4. Now, almost throw out spiritual. It says the guide lays out 4 spiritual readiness stages. I would say you could say the guide lays out 4 readiness stages: external, agency, purpose, and empower. And this is a little bit of some basic psychology, right? At the external stage, or quote, to me, end quote stage. So external or to me stage. Soldiers see circumstances as happening to them and don't recognize their agency or what they can do to change things. Okay, I get that, right? As a 17, 18-year-old, you're like, oh, shit, just, I'm always on his shit list. I have to do this. This happened to me. This happened to me, right?
It's all
But
just
you
Mater's fault.
can't figure it out.
Look how bad. Look at all the things that are happening to me. I'm just saying, you've known people like that too, right? You've run into people. Like, I got bad luck. Ho hum. That kind of shit.
There's a distinct lack of accountability or personal analysis, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. That's at the external stage. At the agency stage, or the by me stage, the soldier is self-focused and begins to realize what they can do to control the situation they're in, regardless of what it is. So you're getting some some ability to affect your environment, right? Or if this happens to me, I can respond this way, right? In the next stage, the purpose stage or the through me stage, the soldier acknowledges the bigger picture and what aligns with Army values. They're getting their spirit to their purpose. So they're like, oh, okay, I see what part I play in the bigger picture. No, still nothing. The last stage,
I'm listening.
the empowered stage or as me stage is the pinnacle of spiritual fitness. A soldier lives life with purpose and is more focused on legacy, a broader picture, and empowering organizations. They become good mentors, helping develop other soldiers through the stages.
So my question, isn't that how you, me, and Jake right now wake up every morning and go, okay, I feel good. I don't have any problems. I'm evaluating every morning I wake up without having to read a pamphlet or a book to tell me my external. I don't understand that.
I hear you, but
we're wise old men that have had good mentors.
But remember,
mentors that have verbally abused you to no end. Of did you see there was a problem? Yes. Yeah. Were you capable of fixing that problem? Yes. Did you fix that problem? No. Maybe that's on you.
That's the accountability.
Go pick that problem. There was a lot more cussing involved in that when I received it.
Well, true.
But that was the gist of many lectures. No.
Cussing to you, not
to me when I was receiving that message. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they seem to have forgot the ass chewing stage in here.
Yeah, there's a
me stage. That's the
there's a 1.5.
I saw a commercial today on people driving a vehicle. And the first one, it's a woman, and she's driving down the road with her daughter. And she's
first calling. Of all, that's an issue in Eric's world.
Right. She's calling her company, and she says, no, I won't be in the conference today. I forgot what the statement was. She's lying, but she's going surfing with her.
Oh, I've seen that stupid commercial.
And then the black guy's like, yeah, I'm doing program reviews. And he's driving his car. And then the third one is the guy says, yeah, I'm working with new trainees. He's got a new dog that he's walking. He won't be in. So that's relating this back. There is zero accountability. Even in our commercials, it's okay for you to lie to your employer and take no accountability about doing the job. So
maybe the Army's trying to give you a pamphlet to counteract that commercial.
Man, I
think about.
I'm lost here, man.
Guys like you, Eric, right? You came out, you came into the Air Force. You already had a sports background. You had some success in that, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Most people don't have that. Okay. So a lot of people are coming in the military and they're trying to grow up. And some get on a great path, some get on a shitty path. It kind of depends on who your supervisor is. A lot of times, it really depends on who your supervisor is.
Agreed.
I think this is an attempt to go, hey, here, let's get you to look at the broader picture, and here's kind of the steps to do that. Because at first, when you come in, maybe not the Air Force, but you go Army and Marines, these guys take the guy who has nothing else. I got nothing else going on. I'm going to join up, right? And he's going to go, oh, yeah, first sergeant hates me. Platoon sergeant hates me. I keep getting put on shit detail. And maybe it's an attempt to go, no, everybody gets put on shit detail. It's not just you. Here's how you can kind of progress out of that.
Or is it, yeah, you're correct. You suck. We're about to kick you out of the military if you don't pull your head out and do it the right way.
Yeah, suck less spiritually.
Yeah, that could be. That could be. But at the same time, did you have a good mentor?
Crystals want you to suck less.
Yes,
you did have a good mentor, so it wasn't just you making it all the way through your career.
Probably not.
And maybe that's what this is attempting to do. I think for an 18, 19, 20-year-old, to give them a little sense of like, hey, there's something bigger now out there. You'll get there, right? You're not
I
just
always go
young.
back to how we ever survived prior to these things.
I don't know, a lot of mental illness, a lot of dumb shit that we didn't have to go through that maybe we shouldn't have had to go through. You know, maybe we could have taken care of people a little bit better
All right.
instead of just one enlistment.
I give
know?
up. I give up. I see where this is going.
No. I'm just saying. I mean, I recognize. Yes, there's a manhood piece there that you got to fucking man up. You know, kind of do your shit. It's not for pussies, right? I get that.
Right.
But at the same time, there's like I've seen enough bad people get such a bad taste in their mouth, or enough good people get such a bad taste in their mouth because you had some shithead supervisor who didn't know any better and was just like, yeah, fuck you, do this, you know. And it's like, hey, he's 5 years in. You don't need to talk to him like that anymore. Maybe let's not burn this guy because you don't know any better. You know, and we've seen that too, right? So I'm not saying this is touchy feely, which it sounds like when they go spirituality guide. So that's why I'm like, ugh, that's kind of tough. But
Well, seems pretty touchy feely to me.
But there is a mental health piece to that. There's a mental awareness piece to it. Maybe not mental health, but maybe a reset of your mental psyche.
Well, anything that helps with the
I
prevention
think-
of suicides in the military, if we're going down,
right.
okay, I'm good.
That's a good point. That is an excellent point. Yeah.
I think organized religion has gotten such a poor fate for justifiable reasons. It's gotten such a pushback and such a poor PR basically now that people are craving something like a religious experience or for that religious community, but they don't want to deal with all the other BS that comes with going to church all the time. You know?
A church has
So
a
this is
lot
a
of
way-
rules. You're right. Yeah.
It has a lot of rules, but then there's a lot of people that are flawed individuals, you know, right?
Yeah,
Every major
yeah.
religion recently has had some really
Really bad
And-
examples.
right and
right.
and on being able to put your beliefs or thoughts or hopes and prayers into a higher power, not necessarily a specific religious church and group, might be a good thing.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
I mean, I know the chaplains and all those guys were great guys. You know, I never ran into any issues with any of those.
No, you never had a
chaplains.
bad chaplain. Actually, I had kind of a questionable chaplain.
You would see an absentee chaplain before you'd see a bad one most of the time, but the ones that showed up and were living by example rather than
they
by
did a
the
good
words.
job. Absolutely.
Those were good guys, you know,
I
good
see.
people. I don't know if we need a graphic novel, but that's probably just the Army needing a little boost.
And
you know?
maybe it is a little. Who knows? Maybe this works. You know, maybe this helps. Like you said,
Dude.
I didn't even consider the suicide piece because that's always out there, right? It never the stats never really seem to improve.
True.
And maybe this is a new outreach, but again, we're 40 years away from trying to relate to these guys who are joining up. So what
That's
the fuck
the
do we
thing,
do,
yeah.
True.
right?
That's true. Yeah.
So yeah, I give the Army credit for trying, you know, and not in a way. If it becomes like mandatory CBT, then they fail.
Yeah.
Then they fail.
The measurable part does concern me.
Yeah. How's it going to
The
be measured?
measurable piece, yes. If they're gonna
don't-
rate commanders on what your unit's spirituality is,
Spiritual fitness.
Mm-hmm.
it's like
Come on.
I don't know. So anyway, all right, we got that story out of the way.
I like
That was
that.
interesting. It
You're
was
right.
All right, yeah, that was a good discussion.
Eric, I'm loving that shirt too.
Yeah, man. That's my Paint
It's
splatter golf shirt,
100%. I am on the cusp of buying a custom
That's not
golf
one of
cart
your
and driving around a community church shirt.
wife and I golfed
That's what
today, so I wore this, and everybody saw me on the course.
It's
Yeah.
not one of your secretly dirty golf shirts. Is it?
Negative.
Okay.
This was just
I don't know what's
painted
contained. I'm not zoomed in there. I don't know
painted
what's
different
contained.
colors. That's all it is, man. It's just different colors.
All right. So I thought of a game. I don't know how it's going to go.
Oh, good.
And I wanted to do more. But if it goes well, then the next round of this, I will do pictures with it. Right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about all the E7s in movies. All right. Now, E7s are not just Sergeant First Class in the Army, Chief Petty Officer in the Navy, Gunnery Sergeant in the Marines, and Master Sergeant in the Air Force. I don't know what it is. Is Coast Guard same rank as the Navy?
I don't think so.
Dude.
Where's the black guy when you need him?
No, they're not coasties. Come on.
So I thought the way we're going to do this is I'm going to tell you when the movie is placed decade-wise or time frame-wise. And this is an E7 that I know you know because you've seen the movies, right? But I'm going to give you one obscure clue, and we're going to take turns. So, Jake, you'll get a clue, and then you have a guess. No. Eric, you get the next clue, you have a guess, and then we'll switch it up, okay?
Coast Guard E7 is Chief Petty Officer.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I said. Chief Petty.
same as Navy.
That's what you said for Navy. You said you didn't know what it was for Coast Guard.
Okay. All right. Good. You got me.
Helping you out here, man.
Thank you, Realtor Parat.
Okay. Got you for your update. Come on.
Heck yeah, that was a quick update.
All right. So, who wants to take the first turn? Because whoever goes first will go second on the next one.
Okay.
All right. Because Eric, you gave me so much shit about my realtor, Jake gets to go first.
Okay.
All right. This first famous E7 is in a World War II movie, right? So, Jake, do you want to guess or do you want a clue?
That's it.
Well, I'm going to give you a clue, but you could guess, and then you would win if you guessed it right. But if you don't guess it right, then it goes to Eric.
A World War II movie.
Yeah. Do you want a clue?
I would like a clue.
Okay.
Yeah.
First clue is he carried an M1A1 carbine with the wireframe folding stock. I know. The first clues are designed to fuck you up. So,
Yeah.
no guess?
Are we guessing the person or the name
You
of
can
the
guess
character
after the
or
clue. I want the
Holy
character's
cow.
name, the actor, and the movie. So until you're ready with all three,
Ooh.
and if you miss one of those, it goes over to the other guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is now going into the second hour.
No. You'll get it. Don't worry. I've designed the clues to help.
Yeah, No, I got nothing right now.
All right. Eric, you want to guess or you want a clue?
A World War II movie. He carries a rifle with a collapsible stock.
A Thompson.
M1A1. No, not the Thompson. It was an
M1A1.
M1A1 carbine. It's the one that the parachuters carried with the wire frame stock. So it's not a full wood stock.
Okay. So I need a hint.
You'll see. All right. Second clue. He chewed leaf tobacco. It's designed so it's not obvious. See?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Is
it
guess.
my turn now, or is it? Oh, we're
I'm going to
guessing.
take a guess.
Okay.
From
Remember,
here to-
you got to get the character's name, the actor, and the movie. So if you're not ready, you can wait.
Well, I can still try, right?
Yeah, you can try.
Oh yeah.
From Here to Eternity, Audie Murphy.
That's good. He did play himself, but that's incorrect.
Holy cow.
That's
Okay.
incorrect. All right. Jake.
I've never even seen that movie.
It's not a good movie.
Holy cow.
But it's cool to see that little guy running around out there. What was he?
Yeah.
5'4", 5'5", 5'6"?
He's a little dude. Yeah.
All right. Want a clue, Jake?
Oh yeah.
He fought in Africa, Italy, and France. Maybe I made this too hard.
Dude.
Just
Yeah,
think of
I
your
got-
World War II movies. Think of your World War II movies.
Oh,
my
I
God.
got it.
All right, I'm passing it over to Eric then.
All right, Eric, you want to guess?
'Cause
You
I
want a
got
clue?
nothing.
I'm gonna guess.
No
It's-
clue yet. No clue.
No, I'm going for it right here. Saving
Okay.
Private Ryan, the captain's right hand man, who's now dead, the real actor.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Oh,
Because he put all the dirt from the different battles in the
Yep.
can.
Yeah, he did.
It was
Yep.
that guy.
That-
All right, you got one of the three answers.
I got Saving Private Ryan figured out. I
Oh.
can imagine the guy, and I know the exact moment that you're talking about.
Oh.
I got nothing. What's
He
your
just
clue for
recently
Eric then?
died too.
He died 4 days after D-Day.
Right, but I'm talking about the real guy who portrayed him.
Yeah.
Just recently passed
The
away.
actor.
Yeah.
The actor passed away.
Yeah. So you can't remember the character's name or the actor's name,
I
but you
can't.
got the
Nope. But he
Sergeant.
needs a clue.
Sergeant.
Yeah.
Jake, I've got one more
No, it's
clue.
Eric.
If you want?
Eric needs that clue.
No, because
I
I
gave it
guessed.
to him.
I
Yeah, I
guessed.
gave it to him. He guessed.
He
He
didn't-
guessed wrong.
Yeah. So you get the next clue.
But if you don't know the character's name or the actor's name,
I don't know the actor's name.
all right.
Okay, go. What's the clue?
He almost shot one of his men.
Well,
So
Sorry.
you're right. Saving Private Ryan. The actor's name
you
was
have a picture of it?
yes.
Yep.
I know.
The character's name was Technical Sergeant Horvath,
Horvat.
right?
Horvath. There's no way I would have got that.
Well, that's why I was trying to make it difficult, right? And I forgot the actor's name.
Oh, nice.
See there. But we
But-
knew we got it right. We
Well,
just
you
didn't know
got the
name.
movie right. Tom Sizemore.
Sizemore. God,
Yeah.
Tom
I knew
Sizemore.
that too.
All right, that was a bust. No points awarded. All right,
We're
maybe this
Marty.
isn't
He
going
gets
to go
a
as well.
he
as
gets
I
a
hoped.
he gets a freaking third of a point. Eric, you
Yeah,
better
I
start
gotta get a
counting
third of a
thirds of
point.
points.
No,
Okay.
maybe the next round we massage the point system, but this one is
Okay.
there's no spirituality guide on this one. No points awarded to either one.
Okay.
All right.
Even though I got the movie.
Yeah, you got a third of the answer.
So I should
Great.
get a third
Okay.
point.
Great. You hit the target with a third of your shots.
Ooh.
Get back in
Love
line.
it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All
Counts
right,
with hand
this
grenades.
movie took place in the 1980s. Remember, famous E7s. All right. Eric, you want to guess blindly and win big, or do you want a clue?
Not the war. You're not
All
going
right.
to give him the war.
Your clue is the character was divorced.
Hamburger Hill. No, correction. Platoon.
Oh, Jesus, how many movies you going to guess?
Platoon. The guy that played the good sergeant, not the shitbag sergeant. What was
Good
his
sergeant.
name? What was his name?
Elias?
Elias. That was the bad guy.
No.
The good guy.
Elias was the good guy. Barnes was the bad guy.
Barnes was the bad guy. You're right.
And Elias was an E5, and Barnes was an E6.
E6.
Oh, so I'm wrong. Sorry.
Dude, that was
Jake.
good though, honestly. Yeah, I would like a
Jake,
clue.
your clue is he was divorced and he had previously fought in Korea and Vietnam.
Dude, why aren't these guys getting out? Why? Just get out.
Because I got
dude.
nothing else to do.
You thought you fought in Korea and Vietnam?
Yeah.
Get
Back
out of
then.
here, dude.
Yeah, back then.
Go get a real
All that
job.
shit, right?
Fought in Korea.
Oh man, I'm going Tom Sizemore again. Bridge over the River Kwai. Sergeant Jones.
Oh,
1980. Wrong on all three. Good guess. Eric, your clue is he had all his money stolen by a corporal.
Oh. I got nothing, Eric. At least on the last one, I knew by the time he said a second clue, I'll be like,
You
this is
may.
Saving Private Ryan.
The part that's throwing me off here is that he fought in Korea.
Yeah.
That was a brief comment in the beginning to build character.
Fought
Don't even put
Korea.
any weight on it.
Fought
And
Vietnam, 1980. Money was stolen from a corporal.
By a corporal.
In a poker game.
No, I didn't say poker game.
I
Eric,
got
you got a
nothing.
clue? All right,
got
Jake, your clue is he told a general that the emergency deployment readiness exercise that they had just done was a, quote, clusterfuck.
I got you. I got you. I
Oh,
got you.
is this
I got
Stripes?
you.
This is
Oh, that
Stripes.
was so close, Jake. So
Oh, okay.
close.
Damn it. All right.
All right, Eric. Let me give you this last clue. He put down a former Washington Redskins NFL defensive lineman with one punch.
Yes. Clint Eastwood. Gunnery Sergeant. Come on.
Come on, you're right there.
Gunnery Sergeant.
You drive on it.
Highway.
Tracks.
Highway. Gunnery Sergeant Highway. The movie was Heartbreak Ridge.
Very good, Eric. Very good, man.
Hey, 1 point for you. That's a lot of work for 1 point, Eric.
That is a lot of work.
Freaking A, man.
Did you know that movie, Jake? I should check with you if you know these movies.
When you said it, I was like, oh, Clint Eastwood. He had some really short ass shorts, and when he went in there and he was talking to that guy, like, this is gonna sound really gay, but that one scene that stands out
Where that
he goes in
lieutenant?
there and that one guy's all greased up, and then he starts to flex up to Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, got you.
The
That
Swede.
was, I had to look him up. That
Swede.
guy was a former Redskins D lineman.
Nice.
Yeah,
Swede.
that was one of his earliest roles. Yeah, the Swede.
They call it Swede.
All right, back to
By the
you,
way,
Jake. Yeah,
Grenada. That took place.
that
in
was
Grenada.
Urgent Fury, right?
Operation Urgent Fury.
Yeah, Urgent Fury. And it does say that they offered that movie to the Army who went in there, and the Army didn't want to do it. So they went to the Marines. So that Tom Highway, that character was supposed to be an Army sergeant. So, but he was a gunnery sergeant, E7. So the next movie takes place in the 1990s. This one's going to just probably piss you off at me. So
Oh, nice.
takes place in the 1990s. All right, Jake,
Yeah.
you ready?
Yeah.
He was a Navy SEAL until he struck a superior officer.
Oh. This is Navy SEALs, Charlie Sheen, Corporal Johnson. I had nothing on that last part.
And none of that cost you anything. So see how the game goes? Yeah, but it was great fun. Johnson. I see a big Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Eric, you ready for your clue?
Yep.
None of those were right.
No, not even close.
That movie took place like in the 70s, man.
It
right.
was in the 80s or something.
He saw a
Yeah.
terrorist dressed as a woman.
1990s.
You guys are going to be so mad at me for this.
Terrorist as dressed as a woman.
Yes.
He was a Navy SEAL.
But struck.
He was a Navy SEAL.
Oh,
So after he struck a superior officer. All right.
he got kicked out.
I got nothing.
Oh,
All right,
Yeah.
Jake.
yep.
He saw the only female in the film topless.
Okay.
Man, really?
Lethal Weapon 2, Mel Gibson, Murtaugh.
Okay. I would say that's not one.
That is incorrect. Eric,
So close. I can feel it.
He blew up a submarine carrying nuclear tomahawks.
Oh, come on. Is this a stupid ass Steven Seagal movie?
I bet it is.
Think of the clues.
Yeah, it's Steven Seagal, Petty Officer Rybait.
Yeah, I can't tell whether they're making shit up or not.
It was Petty Officer Rybait.
Oh, where
And
she
the
jumped out the
movie-
cake and she was like,
Right. And the movie was so
Oh,
stupid,
Eric,
I can't remember the fucking name.
I got to give you a countdown. You're right there.
oh, man. No way on the Rybait?
All right, Eric,
remember
you got
the
to
name.
pass. No answer. And the last clue is this actor is known for Aikido martial arts.
We already got that part. That didn't help us with any of it.
Well, I was just throwing that in case you guys were really lost.
Oh, man.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, Under
Gary
Siege.
Busey.
Under Siege,
Under
Steven
Siege.
Seagal, and I'm stealing Rybait from
Right
Eric.
back. It's right back.
Right back.
Right back. Yeah.
It's
Chief.
Chief Petty Officer
Rybread.
Ryback
Yeah.
Oh,
right back.
Rybread.
from Under
was way off.
Siege.
I couldn't
Look
remember
at
the name
that.
of the movie. Couldn't remember the name of the
The
freaking
premise
movie.
is so
Oh.
stupid. He was a Navy SEAL, a Chief Petty Officer Navy SEAL, who struck a superior officer, and then they booted him down to cook on the
Yeah, but he was-
USS Missouri.
Hey, he was also the captain's personal guard. That was part of his PSO duties. Personal security.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
But it doesn't matter. I didn't get the movie.
Man, he looked good back then, though. Steve Seagal, man. He's
because he had a stupid
tough
pony.
looking guy back then. Yeah.
pony dick.
And 80 pounds.
But I'm telling you, it's you ever heard of a website called Mr. Skin way back when? Did you ever hear of that? This is some crazy basement dude who compiled every nude scene like up to 1990s.
Oh man.
Dude,
And he put it on
that
his
had to
website.
be a lot of work because, like,
Yeah.
every 1980s movie and
Had a
early
flash.
90s movie had
Yeah.
random titties in it.
Right.
And, like, right? Naked
And-
Gun had boobs in the opening credits.
Airplane, when they
Like,
got turbulence,
Airplane.
they just had a topless
Boobs.
lady run out.
You're
for
like,
no
he-
reason.
he's like, the director's like, did we get the tits shot?
Yeah,
No,
Jack, we're good.
tit shot. Got
That's
it.
That's a SAG requirement. But
Yeah.
that scene with Erica Eleniak at the time,
Ooh, yeah.
she is smoking hot. So
Yep.
so we tied 1-1. You know?
I didn't.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
give that to us.
I said rye bread.
He said it wrong.
I got it right the second time though. Ryback. I got that back.
I've got 3 more for you, so I'll try
Oh.
to get the pictures with it this time.
Okay.
So next
Oh,
time we'll
man.
do a little bit better. So
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Give me your feedback on that. We might be out of the parade deck awards for that one. They were
I like
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna
man.
get
It's fun,
kicked out.
man.
Man, I need to brush up on my movie trivia.
well,
That's
just
rough.
and you know what? What's surprising about? There's not that many E7s.
Yeah.
They're either because I was looking up chief petty officers, and they were like Cuba Gooding Jr. Oh, he was a master chief petty officer. I was
Yeah.
like,
The diver. Yeah.
But like you said, like
Oh,
Sergeant
yeah.
Barnes, he was an E6. He's an
I
E6,
thought he was an E7, man.
I
just
know.
thought he
I
was
did
an
too.
E7.
but he was an E6. So interesting. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, Eric, take us home with some military history.
Yeah, give us something refreshing here.
All right. I'm going to give you a couple of timelines. You tell me what it was. Okay.
Oh god.
You like it?
Steven Seagal.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Reverend Al Sharpton.
CPO rye bread.
This,
Rhyming the shit out of something.
you're all over it, man. So this led to the history, right? So May through August, continuing buildup of Japanese forces on Kishu gradually exceeds Allied planning assumptions.
Wait, what
Leading-
year? Did you say the year?
I did not.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
okay. Oh, you're trying to
She's smart.
guess us.
Yes.
We're
I got
building
it.
it up.
I
We're
got
May
it.
building it
through
up.
August,
Sorry.
because all of these things led to an event that occurred on 14 August. That's my history.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you with me? All
With
right.
you.
So, continuing buildup of Japanese forces on Kishu gradually exceeds Allied planning assumptions, leading to a reevaluation of the human cost associated with Operation Olympic and injecting uncertainty into the notion operational downfall timetable. That was the operation that was called to invade mainland
Oh.
Japan.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay.
June 1st, with the atomic bomb program nearly concluded, President Truman's program advisors, the interim committee, advised use of the bomb as soon as possible. Target lists have been drawn up since April. Okay.
Yeah.
22 June. Despite military mobilization of the home islands, candid assessment of Japan's situation lead Emperor Hirohito to request that concrete plans to end the war, unhampered by existing policy, by speedily studied and the efforts made to implement them. Okay, you guys are never going to get this. August 14th. Okay. Hirohito makes the decision to surrender. Hirohito's surrender announcement to the Japanese nation is recorded despite an attempted last-minute coup by radical militarists. The message is broadcast. Japan agrees to unconditional surrender on 14 August 1945. That's where I was going. So there was a bunch of steps that led up to it.
Oh yeah, well, I never got that.
Okay.
Come on, dude. You give us way more credit than
Yeah, dude.
But I thought the nuclear explosion
We
one
barely
was
got
good. That
under
was
siege.
that pretty much led to the surrender, right? You know.
right,
The
right.
unconditional surrender.
The coup part is interesting.
I forgot about that.
Told you.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't want it to end, man.
Jesus. I mean, that is madness. I mean, he was ready to sacrifice all of Japan.
Oh,
Can you imagine that? Like, you just got two big chunks of two very large
And
cities
he's like,
taken out.
yeah, it's okay. We're still good.
And he's like,
We're still good.
we're
We're
going to
going to
defend
the
the
end,
homeland to the last.
we're going.
I will send you this video that Victor Davis Hanson made. It's like 8 minutes, but he brought up some great points. And one of the points was if the whole thing was about should we have dropped the bomb and how the bomb brought about the end of the war. And they were talking about they had 3,000 kamikaze fighters on the ready if there was an invasion. And we saw what those did, not only at Okinawa, but Midway and everything else.
Yeah.
That's the drone of its time, right? And they were creating serious damage. Not only that, but just what would you land?
Yep.
What beach would you land on? And these guys, they said Japan's kill rate throughout most of the war, especially with China and all the other the Indonesia stuff that they were taking over, they were like 10,000 a day. Japan was killing. I was like, what?
Well, you know
They
what's
had
ironic
no worries about that.
is how bad Japan was kicking the snot out of China for the longest time leading
It's
up.
like
to
China wasn't even
Well,
was
they're nobody.
unprepared, and there was not, and they just subjected them and
They walked through those
murdered
guys.
them
man.
by the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Millions,
They walked through those guys, man.
Amazing. Wow.
Can
So-
you imagine how crazy that would have been? I mean, there's stories of those Japanese holdouts on islands, like 20 years later, still trying to
Into
fight
the
people.
70s.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, into
Right.
well into the 70s. There was one that, like in the 80s, that wasn't like confirmed. They were like, "We think he's still here, but we're not 100% sure."
But it kind of goes back to where they think an emperor is God, or basically a deity, or however they viewed that, and this was their duty.
Yeah.
It's very much like the Middle Eastern armies that will fight because that they're going for their reward, and the only way I get it is by fighting and dying, fighting and killing you, or fighting and dying from you. That's a mentality. You're just like, oh, that's how do you beat that?
I don't.
You never beat that.
So. Their last confirmed holdout was still finally surrendered 29 years and 107 days after the war.
29 years.
29 years later. This dude's still living. He's still living in the jungles.
Wow.
He was found by the Indonesian Air Force.
Wow.
He was on an island in Indonesia 29 years later.
Yeah, see, that would never be an American, because it'd be like, where's my chow?
I give up.
Fuck.
Give up.
Dude,
enough. That's enough.
Can you imagine that? Like, we got Alone and Afraid shows, and they're like 3 days into it. I can't do it.
Yeah. This guy's doing it for 29 years. The same 29
years.
Laundry.
This dude's living out in his jungle, hiding out, doing
Still
offensive actions.
Still cleaning his weapons, still at the ready.
They're
crazy.
Still got
He's gonna be
stars,
stealing
still got
pants, or he's running around in his chonies or banana leaf, dude. Come on, man.
Yep, too much.
There was a bit by David Chappelle talking about bombing the Japanese and bombing the manhood out of them. Did you ever hear that? If you search that, it's pretty funny, because he was like, we bombed the fucking manhood out of them. Now they're doing Hello Kitty shit and stuff like that. And you're like, whoa. And you're like, yeah, they are. That's true. They are.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Good one as always, Eric.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring it to a close.
How bitter did that taste, Marty? Good. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Well, see you later.
We're not going to mark that for a clip at all. We're good. We're just going to
Oh, Mark, it's only the history clips that get us like 1,000 views, if you notice.
I know. Eric's a big fan. He's got right? Yeah, because they're still trying to find his OnlyFans page.
Hey, now. Got to highlight that again.
We'll put a link to Parade Deck and to OnlyFans in there.
There we go.
Yeah.
One or the other. Maybe we should do that. On behalf of all of us here, I'd like to thank you for listening today. Please like, share, subscribe, and let us know how we did in the comments. And make sure next week that you are not
late for changeover.
Man, thanks for the week. Oh,
Eric, if I blur my vision, I think I could see a sailboat in that shirt.
Oh, nice.
It's one of those, like those old school 3D vision shirts.
Magic eyes, those old magic eyes that you were like,
oh, it's a sailboat. I got it.
Stare at it for like 15 minutes, and
it's like some dude was
jump out at you,
just throwing paint on it from a can, and I took it.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like you got a bowling ball under that shirt. What is that? Is that a deltoid, or is that?
Marty, don't pretend like we know any distinct muscle groups.
It's the only one I know.
Pretend.
It says flactoid.
I'm pretty sure it's in this general region.
If you go to my friggin' OnlyFans, I'll show you the body parts that are listed.
Oh, yeah.
That almost looks as big as Jake's calfoid.
That calfoid, like a softball, man. This thing was huge. Big calves. From all that gear shifting on his motorcycle, man.
Oh, yeah. It's the weight
and
bearing
it's so
calves.
big, it's so massive that it crumbles under its own weight.
My average human-sized ankles can't handle the power of my calves.
Snap.
Not again. As I fall for this enormous height.
Going down.
Oh, man.
To all you guys watching and listening, thanks for listening and watching, and we'll see you next week.